Hi, I'm KB. So last time you may have seen that I did the top 10 Sonic Adventure era stage themes. Now I'm going on to doing something a bit more interesting, but a lot less people. I'll try and name the title something appropriate, but it'll come out as a title that I can't exactly put into proper words properly. It's English, that's as far as it'll go. So yeah, there were other characters in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 that got their own stages, and because of that, and their exclusiveness, I feel it would be a bit unfair to actually leave them out of anything, so I think that, yeah, this is the place for that. And they all had their own kind of personal themes as well, like Tails had this whole sludge metal thing going on. No, it's not. It was just quite low tempo. And then Knuckles had the rapping going on, and then there was like exclusive stages, like I already mentioned. As for Shadow, I will be doing a specific list for him personally, so you will look forward to that. And I think in total, with all these song lists, I think there'll probably be about 7 in total, so this is the third of many. So I will try to keep up to date with these, but I don't class these as many things. So with that said, let's just dive right into my top 10 MISC Adventure era stage themes from Sonic. Enjoy! With the level fully contained of bottomless pits in the form of quicksand, and doors to rapidly shoot open because they're a bit of a nuisance for you, the song itself, A Hidden Bass, brings this whole kind of evil, menacing sound onto the intro of it when it goes da da na na na. I should not do that in any sort of scripted or unscripted thing ever. Overall, I like the lead guitar that fits in well with the song, and in a way, it's kind of like a Tails Eggman hybrid song because of the menacing thing I mentioned earlier, which gives that whole breaking and entering vibe. The only thing is I feel like it was kind of ruined with the amount of deaths I had in that level, because that was the level that got me on edge. Nevertheless, I just went straight to the soundtrack option and just listened to it, as well as YouTube, because people do use that from time to time. Welcome the introduction of Tails' Mecha, Prison Lane. The song itself describes the endangering predicaments that you and Sonic have in and accompanied with a prison that surrounds everything around you and keeps up the high security, so you're like kind of acting really heroic to break Sonic out of his cell. And unlike Hidden Bass, I got to listen to it more than often because I didn't really die that much in a level. Brag, brag, brag. And I could probably say for the rest of these, they fit in well with the level. Well, no shit, they're on the top 10 list. But yeah, like I said, great introduction to what kicks off some of my favorite levels in Sonic Adventure series, actually. Lost Colony, I feel, is quite a peculiar one, mainly because it is a lighter song compared to the rest of the other songs in the game, relating around Robotnik or Eggman and Tails. There's some nice effects that go into the theme, as well as the description of the eerie setting around the colony that you were trying to bestow upon yourself. And so far in the game, Eggman just had these really funky themes, but now you just get this, and it's a big change from what the game presented before. So I like it for those reasons. And for the reason of getting something that helps you throughout the game. The booster pack. No cards included. Finally, we get to a Sonic Adventure 1 theme, and yeah, there probably won't be as many, Spoiler alert. Shit. Well, that's kind of obvious why, because there weren't as many Sonic Adventure themes as there were in Sonic Adventure 2 when it came to miscellaneous themes. But Lost World 3 I thought stood out quite a bit for me, mainly because it's quite a mystical theme for Knuckles' case. You know, there's a big difference in the themes that Knuckles gets in Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2. As you know, in Sonic Adventure 2 he gets all the rapping, and then Sonic Adventure 1 he gets mixed in with Sonic's themes, but when you get his own, mixes in with the Echidna's mysticism. I still have to say my favorite Lost World theme is the second theme, but for what this level itself provides, it does tap into the secrets that the Master Emerald provides. Funky intro. You know the way like chickens walk and they do that weird Egyptian dance with their heads? I kind of was doing that to Sand Ocean all the way through, and it kind of narrowed down my concentration. And despite the copyrighted by F-Zero, Sand Ocean itself, like the whole kind of dark desert aroma, brings out that whole mojo that Eggman himself is about to accomplish. Because until now I don't think Eggman got some sort of pyramid base, so that's quite a new thing for him. And the song just really goes well with Eggman's walking. I've already talked about Sonic's Cannon's Core theme, and now it's time to talk about the second one, because this is the one I prefer second to all my favorite Cannon's Core themes. And in the case of not finding any of Rouge's themes that interesting, and some of Knuckles interesting, I think Cannon's Core 2 really does kind of take a different approach on what their levels are intended for, because this is the first time that they're not actually looking for anything. Well, they kind of are, but in a different sense of not treasure hunting. It can be quite a frustrating level if you don't have the air necklace, which is why I had to look at the manual and just be like, oh, that was in the aquatic mine? Oh, didn't notice that. And it's hard leaving the other Cannon's Core out, because I love them all the same. It's like one of my favorite soundtracks ever from any Sonic game, just Sonic Adventure 2. So welcome, Cannon's Core 2. I finally got a chance to talk about you. Not that I was anticipating it. So like I mentioned before on being a bit iffy about Knuckles themes, Meteor Herd is a rare exception, because a lot of the other ones were pretty much the general rapping and beating that I would have got from one of his songs. But Meteor Herd kind of brought a whole techno aspect to it as well. And while you're just going to the top of the map to dig right down in the spiral and find nothing in the ground, you get to just listen to this in the background for that. Ooh yeah! And I'm not all alone. Cosmic Wall. I love how in this theme the sirens of the police start going on in the background. I mean, it feels like this should be like a speed highway sort of theme, but I don't know, police in space. Anybody watched Futurama lately? So you get to listen to this lead riff while you're basically defying gravity at the same time. Neato. To be honest, I am struggling very hard to find other stuff to say. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'd like to play it on guitar. If I could play guitar that well. Could someone play it on guitar for me? Pretty please? Okay, because Cosmic War was quite similar to like Sand Ocean and things like that in my head, this is one that can be talked about a bit differently because Mission Street is quite another peculiar one in terms of Sand Ocean as well. It seemed like when this song was composed, people just wanted to sit down and just relax and play while smoking weed or something. Because when you're trying to lead the police away and stuff, you're not exactly going to get a theme like this running through your head, are you? You're going to have sirens going off in your head, not da, 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 unless you're the Flash and police can't catch you. But as the theme itself goes, it feels quite relaxingly heroic. And the guitar work in this song is among one of the most excellent. And it's something which I love from most of Tails' themes. It's just relaxing, but at the same time they have something to add as well, and they have something really cool to add to the situation, like Knuckles as well, in terms of the lyrics that are provided in the rap. They do, look at them on lyrics websites, you'd be amazed. I think Sonic's is just pure action, and then Tails is just taking things down a notch, and this song describes that perfectly. That is the second time I'm going to use that word. Okay. So as for honorable mentions go, Aquatic Mine and Death Chamber, they pretty much add the same vibe to them. They're just a bit different in terms of how much lyrics there are in the song. Route 101 and Route 128, I didn't... Route 280, you dipshit. Feels stood out to me as I wanted it to. Sandhill is a pretty cool composition, but again, it's just not one of my favorites. Again, for Weapons Bed and Twinkle Park 3 being really creepy, but same reason, as well as Hot Shelter. For me, Eternal Engine, despite how annoying the level itself was, is just above many for me in terms of how I feel about every theme in the game. And you know where a lot of countdown makers pretty much say this combines that from this, and that from that, and that, and that, and that. Yeah, that's the only time I'm gonna do it, I suppose. Eternal Engine combines Prison Lane's form of intro, Hidden Base's use of effects, Mission Street's use of lead guitar, and Cosmic War's epicness. That part where they get the synthesizer out is probably my favourite part of the song, and mainly because it just adds more tension to the level. It makes use of that whole situation where they haven't got much time left before the cannon fires off again. So yeah, it's full of action, it's tense, melodic, and kicks off to a good start. So, that's the end of that list. The next list will probably be the Shadow list. That will include Shadow the Hedgehog the game, despite however I feel about the game. Then the list after that will be the current gen Sonic themes, as well as boss battle themes, character themes, and vocal tracks, because I need to do that as well. So guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, lights out. Neville's face is almost messed up. I mean, I hope his puberty process is as good as in real life. And where the fuck is Lockhart's neck? And Hagrid looks a bit like a gnome. Please don't tell me that's a human face on Aragog. What are you?